years, like verbally, emotionally, and physically. And I have had maybe like 30 situations of him putting his hands on me, and every time I report it to his command or his higher ups, nothing is being done. Nothing at all. It does not matter if there's witnesses, if other people have called the police and told them what's happened. Nothing is ever being done. And I've had situations where he's hit me, times where he slapped me like 30 times in the face until like my face was like throbbing. He's choked me unconscious like 4 or 5 times. He's when I would tell him like I'm calling the police, he'd take the phone from me. If he'd start hitting me, I would tell him like stop, or I'm gonna call the cops, or I'm gonna call your command. And then he'd be like, well, if you're gonna end me, and then he'd start choking me, and he'd be like, well, I'm gonna end you. And like he's choked me, and I've tried to get his hands off my throat, and I just remember like passing out and then waking up on the sofa. He's just done all these ugly things to me, and he just recently got deployed to Japan, and he cheated on me, and that was like 10 or 12 days ago. And I'm here in my house, and I'm just thinking, like, why did I support all those meetings? Why did I, take all him hitting me and, just saying all these awful things to me if in the end he cheats on me? Like, why did I bite my tongue? And then why was it so many situations where his higher ups were involved, police was involved, and nothing has happened to him? When he gets in trouble, he gets kicked out the house, and that's it. He never gets paperwork. He never gets even kicked out or told like, okay, well, you're gonna lose rank or anything like that. Nothing. And it like frustrates me, and it's haunting me, like all the incidents that he's hit me and done horrible things to me for literally arguments, like little things. He's done so much to me physically, and still like he cheats on me, and that's like my breaking point. Like I can't be with him after he's cheated on me. But I'm just getting haunted by all these memories of him putting his hands on me. And then even when I reached out for help, like nothing was done at all. And I'm thinking like, what can I do? Why is he so untouchable? There's one recording that I have of him, and he leaked out my personal information. I told him, hey, by doing that, you're putting me in danger. And he's like, good, I hope you get killed. I just sent that recording to his higher ups, and they haven't got back to me. But I'm like thinking and thinking like, what if they just say, okay, well, I don't know, when you get back to Hawaii from Japan, like, you just won't be in the house. Like, why is it that? Why isn't he getting jail time? Why isn't he getting demoted rank? Why isn't he getting kicked out? I've had NCIS involved. I've had CID involved. His highest command, his first sergeant, everybody involved, and he's still fine. He's still doing his daily activities in Japan, and even in here in Hawaii, he would just go back to work like normal.
That's, and I'm so sorry about the whole strangulation thing. That's pretty traumatic in itself, emotional abuse as well. Like, going through emotional abuse is very traumatic as well, lots of triggers. It's actually one of the most, hurtful, like, worst forms of domestic violence. A lot of times, people would say, I'd rather get hit because I forget about it, or I, broken bone, it heals, you forget about it, versus like the emotional trauma of like not forgetting. Sometimes things just play over in your head. Like right now, like all these things are just, it's a constant right now, and it's definitely not something that should be happening. You don't deserve that type of, treatment, trauma, or anything like that.
Do you work with do you work with regular people, or do you just work with military people?
We work with everybody, military, all sorts. Anybody that calls the national hotline.
It just haunts me how many reports I've made and nothing ever happens. And honestly, like, maybe because I'm like, I can handle abuse, I can handle all that, but still, like, I've caught him cheating and he's confessed to it in Japan. And like, they say, oh, military can't cheat, they can't cheat, that's really like bad and you get kicked out. Like, I've even reported that and still, like, everyone brushes it off. Like, you can beat my ass, it gets brushed off. You can cheat on me, it gets brushed off. Like, they have his back so freaking hard. I just don't know what else to do. And I'm in this house and I'm like, why did I tolerate all this freaking bullshit from him? At the end, nothing happens to him. He's hit me in front of his friends. He's hit me in front of a friend that's been inside this house with him. It was me, my husband, and his friend. He's hit me in front of his
military.
What was that? What was that? What did you say? That lady literally just hung up on me. It's just so frustrating, so frustrating. You know how stupid I fucking feel right now. They're giving me all these fucking numbers to call, and I'm calling them and nothing's like coming out of it. They tell me call the victim advocacy line, call the fucking like national domestic abuse line, call this fucking other fucking number, and nothing fucking happens. All they do is give me a runaround. Why is it that he can hit me in fucking public? And people will tell the cops the story. And everything just gets brushed off. And I'm so stupid. I stayed so long and tolerated all his fucking shit. Just to get fucking cheated on. And when you reach out for help, nothing fucking happens. This motherfucker literally told me, quit your fucking job, it doesn't go against my morals. Quit your job, it doesn't go against my morals. And I quit my fucking job, and then when I asked him to help me buy my plane ticket to go back to Virginia, because ever since I found out he cheated on me in Japan, I've been horrible. He says no. And then I bought the ticket anyways with this money. Then he like drains his bank account and leaves me shit out of fucking luck. I contact his fucking first sergeant tells me, oh, well, he's allowed to do that as long as he pays no fucking house. He's allowed to fucking do that. He's not supposed to give you any more money, because as long as he pays the house, that's fucking fine. Oh, another incident. Let me tell you guys, since nobody fucking wants to fucking help me. His mom came here from New York. His mom came here. Me and his mom was discussing. She hits me. I push her off me. She hits me like 10 times. I push her off me. She calls the cops. The cops take me because him and his mom, my husband and his mom, told the cops that I had a fucking knife, that I was gonna hurt them. I go to fucking jail. Kailua jail. I go to Kailua jail. I come back home the next day. My husband starts yelling at me saying, apologize to my mom, apologize to my mom. I'm like, why? She fucking hit me first. She lied to the cops. You backed her up. And then I have to apologize to your mom. I went to fucking jail. Guys, this is so not fucking worth it. I swear I've never felt so freaking miserable in my whole fucking life. Literally nothing happens. I swear to God, fucking mark my fucking words. If you're a fucking Marine, you can cheat on your wife, you can fucking beat your fucking wife, you can take all the finances away, and you can literally do anything you fucking want. Your higher ups will take your fucking side, and when you go ask, and when your spouse asks for fucking help, you will get nothing. I've been in this house with my husband's friend. He's hit me in front of his friend, and his friend didn't do fucking shit. And mind you, I didn't grow up like squeaky clean or anything like that. Domestic violence is like a little common for me, unfortunately. So I don't want to like justify anything, but I can handle getting hit, whatever, getting hit. But now that he's cheated me in Japan, it's coming, and this house is fucking quiet. I'm fucking looking back and I'm like, why did I tolerate all that fucking bullshit? Why did I tolerate all that fucking bullshit, all those fucking hittings, you know, all the fucking police on fucking Marine Base, Hawaii? They all fucking know me as a fucking bitch who gets beat by her fucking husband. That's so fucking embarrassing. When I go to the PX, when I go to the NCIS, like the fucking cops look at me and they fucking know me as that stupid bitch who gets beat by her fucking husband. When I go through the gate and they fucking see me, that's so humiliating. Like, why did I tolerate all that fucking shit, right? That's like what fucking hurts, is why did I tolerate all that fucking shit? And then I'm thinking, why was it allowed to happen 14 fucking times and his higher ups be involved 14 fucking times? And he's still fine. He still does his regular day duties like anything, like nothing freaking happened. Nothing fucking ever fucking happened. This is literally so stupid. When I caught my husband on Tinder while he was in Japan, he literally said it was my fault he had Tinder. My husband spent $124 on Tinder membership in Japan. It's so stupid because when he left, I won't say we were on perfect terms. We were on, I'd say, good terms. We were on good terms. Prior to him leaving, we were smiling. We were going out. We were doing activities, making great memories, taking all these beautiful pictures. And then we said, okay, I'm gonna work. He's gonna go to Japan and work out and go to work, and that's it. He's gonna try to save his money. Then when he comes back, we're gonna go buy a house together and start a family. That was literally the fucking plan. And I left, when he left, I was thinking like, oh my God, these next 6 months, like I'm gonna miss him so much. So for him to just go over there and download Tinder and then tell me, well, that's not adultery, like what the fuck is Tinder for? I feel like completely just stupid, like you were trying to deceive me. And I caught him on Tinder. Then he fake showed me that he deleted Tinder. But the Tinder premium subscription thing that he got to match with more girls and be able to chat with more girls, that membership was for 6 months. So like I feel like he had that plan before he left. And I'm just here like, okay. Tinder never crossed my mind. Bumble never crossed my mind. I literally was like so happy because my dream since forever has been to buy a freaking house, and not just some freaking house in nowhere fuckland Oklahoma or a big ass house in fuckland nowhere in Texas. It was literally to buy a beautiful home in Washington DC, and the thought of my husband being like, okay, yeah, that's gonna be the plan. Like I left with like when he left, I was like having the highest hopes, and for him to betray me like that was just like a stab like in the heart. That is just so hard to accept that he would do that to me. And like I said, like I'm thinking like wow, like he really did that. Like his intentions were so different from mine. And then I'm like, why the hell did I go through all of that shit if we're not like gonna have a happy ending, you know? And I feel so stupid calling all these fucking fake resources and all his higher ups who, in my opinion, like, it's so dumb. So when he got caught on Tinder, I told his higher ups, his first sergeant, and I just wish one of them would ask him, like, what were your intentions? Because when he had his Tinder profile, it showed that he was a single white male. Like, what were your intentions? Obviously, they're to cheat. Is cheating okay in the Marines? No, it's not. So why was he just there, like, planning that? It's so dumb, guys. It's really so dumb. I don't even know what the hell mess I got myself into, but I've never felt so lonely, so fucking useless, so fucking, like, no purpose and hopeless, literally. Like, anyone that I contact does not want to help. I'm gonna go to legal on Monday to try to get some help, but it's just so stupid. They defend his ass so fucking hard. Even with so many police reports. Like, I'm to the point where, like, I do love him. Could we be back together? No. We can't after the Tinder thing. Like, to me, that was it. But it's so dumb how, like, looking back, it's like he got away with everything. Literally everything. PMO came, everything. There was one time where I caught my husband texting my best friend at the time, and I went to, my husband was staying with his friend, and I went to his house, and I was crying, and I was like, what the fuck are you texting her for? And he's like, look how stupid you look. And I was like crying, and I was like, what the fuck, why would you say that? Like, you're texting my friend, like, what do you mean, look how stupid I look? Like, crying here, asking you, why are you texting my friend? And then he got really like, oh, I don't care. So I had his car keys, so I went to his car, and I was gonna drive off in his car, and he opens the door, drags me out the car, and I have this mark on my back from it being scraped on the concrete, on the pavement. And I told him, like, well, he dragged me out the car, right? And then he got in his car, and I was like, what the fuck is wrong with him? Like, he's texting my friend. When I confront him, he calls me stupid for fucking confronting him. And then he drags me out the car. So I called PMO, military police, and like, I just feel so bad. At the moment, I felt so bad because I'm like, I love this guy, and I know how much the Marines means to him. I know how much his rank and all his accomplishments mean to him. Like, let me not tell on him, but like, why is this okay? Why does he think this is like totally okay? So I called PMO, and I told him, like, oh my god, like, I think I was crying, and I was like, oh my god, my husband just dragged me out the car. And then my husband called me, and he's like, don't call PMO, and he said some other stuff to me, and he was like, I forgot exactly what he said, but he basically convinced me not to call PMO, but I already called PMO. So PMO came to my house and was like, what the hell is wrong? And I was like, oh my god, I just had a bad nightmare. And I was like, oh my god, if they tell me, like, let me see your back, because my back was bleeding. I was like, if they tell me, like, let me see your back, like, they're gonna see it. I don't know, guys. I feel like I've been through so much shit with this guy, and I cover so hard for him just to get fucking cheated on in Japan. And like, anytime I report it or say something, like, it just gets overlooked at. And I don't know what the hell is gonna happen in the future. I don't fucking know. We definitely won't be back together, because I can't tolerate, like, cheating like that. Like, that to me really broke me, because it's like, I can be faithful to you despite all the physical abuse, but when you cheat, it's like the ultimate betrayal for me. I'm just here, and it's all like haunting me. And he's in Japan having fun and anything. There's a video that I have of him where he leaked personal information of me that definitely could get me in big trouble. By big trouble, aka put me in danger. And he said that he hopes I get killed by leaking out that information. And his command's gonna get back to me soon. But I don't know, like, what if his command just brushes it off? Like, what is enough to get their fucking attention? What is enough to fucking do something to him? So dumb. Literally so fucking dumb. Thank you all for listening. I feel like I'm just gonna get kicked off base, honestly. I feel like I'm just gonna get kicked off base and be like, okay, cool, like, you wanna be too honest, well, you're getting kicked off base. That's literally how the fuck I feel. I don't feel like there's any help for me. I don't feel like anyone's too interested to look into this and be like, whoa, he did anything wrong. No, he didn't do anything wrong. It's just her. There was an incident where I was upstairs and we were arguing hardcore, and I was kind of a little drunk, and I think he was tipsy, and he gave me one of my medicated, like, pills that I got, and he's like, take this, and I was like, no. And I felt so scared. I thought he was gonna beat me if I didn't take it, but he was like, take it, take it. And I was like, no, because one, I was like 1,000% sure you're not supposed to take this with alcohol. 1,000%, you know? I really thought he was gonna beat me if I didn't take it. And I didn't take it. Like, I begged him with, like, my whole life. Like,